times? Well, the Senate race, the United States Senate race in the state of Alabama. And people are biting accused of sexual harassment will survive. He has been repudiated by more than 14 women having molested them, and as well as a woman when she was 14 years old says that Mr. Moore she was molested and Mr. Moore insisted upon advancing her and sexually abusing her. So the question is whether or not Moore will survive and whether or not Long, who is a Democrat, will end up being the United States Senator from the state of Alabama. And guess what? At this particular point, the way the election is, you've got Democrat as well as Republican in a special election, and whoever wins the day will be sworn in, will become the United States Senator from the state of Alabama as early as the first year, and maybe even sooner. So the bottom line is, where do we go from here? And we don't know where we go from here. What we know is that this is a matter of who is going to control the United States Senator. Who, meaning which party. And so let's assume that Mr. Moore survives and becomes Senator from the state of Alabama in this special election. That means that the Senate will be firmly in the hands or remain firmly in control by the Republican Party. If, however, Mr. Long, the Democratic candidate for for United States Senator wins, it means that the Democratic Party is one senator closer to then being able to control or have influence in the United States Senate. Still yet, even if it was a 50-50 situation, I think that right now the vote is 50-48. So if one vote leaves the Republican side, that would leave the Republican side having 49 votes and having 49, and the Democrats having 49. And so you're looking at the possibility of 52-48. So that would mean that you'd have 49 to 51. Still, the Republicans would still control the United States Senate, but the Democrats would be a vote closer. And those who speculate say that if you have a red state, meaning a Republican state like Alabama, turning to have a Democratic senator, it would be devastating for and to the Trump administration, because President Trump has decided to endorse the Republican Moore, who has been charged with sexual abuse of a 14-year-old child. So we don't know whether morality and what is right and what is wrong will prevail, or whether politics in the state of Alabama will prevail. Who knows? We know that our nation is based upon and founded upon the principles of our Judaic Christian faith. But there's also something else out there, and that's money and politics. And the question is, should Mr. Moore win for the United States Senate in the state of Alabama, it will mean that money and politics were more important than morality. This is Leon Finney, and I'm going to have to take a short break. When I come back, we'll continue our conversation with you. Stay with us. Hi, this is Leon Finney. I'm back live on urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Let me also ask our friends in the view and listenership community, log on to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and download our app so that you can watch and hear all of our broadcasts all day long. Well, here we are, and that is in the city of Chicago and in the county of Cook. Well, Chicago's and Cook County's black clergy galvanized in support of Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle. On December the 4th, they all assembled at the Hyde Park Ramada Inn and roundly endorsed Tony Preckwinkle as she seeks to be retained as the president of the Cook County Board of Commissioners. Now, what does that mean? It means that these men and women of the clergy and some civic leaders decided that it was more important to look at Tony Preckwinkle's record over her long tenure in public life than to look at one incident where maybe she hit a misstep, and that was on the pop tax. They've shelved the pop tax aside and said, we are supporting, as members of the clergy, we are supporting Tony Preckwinkle to be the next president of the Cook County Board. That means that should Tony Preckwinkle survive the primary that will be held in March 18th of 2018, she will then go on to face off a Republican who is running against her and who is running for the same office. And my sense is that this is a position that has long been held by Democrats. It's highly unlikely that should Tony Preckwinkle win the primary and become the Democratic standard bearer for the office of Cook County Board President, that some Republican would defeat her in November of 2018. So it's almost a matter of who wins in March as who will be the next president of the Cook County Board. Here, I for one, I was at the meeting and I witnessed the work of the clergymen and the civic leaders, and I'd have to say that it looked like she had a real deep, committed group behind her. But we know that paper endorsements are not enough, and that means that in this race, some people are going to have to roll up their sleeves and go to work and go door to door and phone to phone in order to make sure that Tony Preckwinkle survives. My friends, this is a major, major issue, and my sense is that it deserves our rapt attention. Let's stay focused on this particular race as we are concerned about the gubernatorial race. So anyway, we're going to move on. We have another topic that we've got to deal with, and that topic is that the aldermen of the city council decided that they were going to sign a $31 million settlement to the Inglewood Four after the Fraternal Order of Police tirade. Now, what does that mean? It means that the Fraternal Order of Police here that operates in the city of Chicago has roundly criticized anybody that criticizes the Chicago police for the abuse of police authority. And so the second vice president of the Fraternal Order of Police, that's Martin Preet, warned that the settlement to be shared by Michael Sanders, Vincent Thames, Horace Richardson, and Terrell Smith will send a dangerous message to the rank and file police officers. Now, what does that mean? That means that police officers should not be held accountable for their actions, even if their actions are deemed to be inappropriate in a court of law. And it was only after there was a threat of a lawsuit and a lawsuit filed by these four individuals that they had been abused by by the local police, that they were forced, the city of Chicago was forced into a settlement. My point is, I don't know whether or not we want to send a message to the police. Hey, look, make sure that you enforce the law and abide by the law. Police officers must abide by the law, the rest of it as the remaining of our citizens. So I'm going to have to take a short break, and when I come back, we'll pick up our conversation. This is Leon Finney. Stay with us. Well, my friends, as we prepare to close our broadcast today, the Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox has just now served 1 total year as the Cook County State's Attorney. And of course, she has implemented a number of important changes in the office of the Cook County State's Attorney. One, of course, we see more and more oversight of the Chicago police by the State's Attorney. She also sees that when complaints are lodged by citizens against or calling or claiming or alleging that police officers have or do in fact exceed their police authority by being abusive or disrespectful, those charges are immediately investigated by the Cook County State's Attorney. She meaning Kim Fox also works to make sure that a speedy indictments and charges are brought against all citizens if they are found alleged to be in violation of the law. What does that mean? It means that Kim Fox is working hard to assure that every citizen is afforded the protection of the law. And should a citizen, be it a uniformed citizen being a police officer or being a ununiformed citizen, just an average person, it means that they all will be thoroughly represented and their interests and the county and the public before a court of law. That's all we can ask. We are a nation of laws, not men or women, and we have to uphold the law. One of the things that we can assure and be assured of is that Kim Fox is serious about enforcing the law equally and fairly towards all of our citizens in Cook County. So, congratulations, Kim Fox. You have served well for this year. We encourage you to work hard and deserve the support that you already have earned for your next year. This is Leon Finney, and you can run and tell that.